Without utilizing the starter relay, a car could not be started normally. However, this crucial element is frequently disregarded until it stops functioning. This component may be the cause of your car's starting problems. We examine the signs of a malfunctioning starter relay as well as its function and replacement cost. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Vehicle won't start. The car won't start, which is usually the most obvious symptom of a dead starter relay. Even with electronic keys, the starter relay may still be the source of the issue. These keys don't have a manual ignition switch, but when the button is pressed, the starter relay is still turned on. It could be the starter relay if the car won't start whether you're turning the key or pressing a button. The malfunctioning circuit that keeps the ignition system from turning on is usually the cause. Intermittent starting issues. Every time you engage the starter, power is sent to it by the starter relay when it functions properly. However, debris, dirt, and extreme heat can contaminate this part. The starter relay may be forced to operate sporadically by these circumstances. It could be the relay failing if you start the car and it doesn't activate straight away, but you try it again and it does. Thank goodness, you are receiving a warning that the starter relay is failing so you can get it fixed in time to avoid becoming stranded. Another possibility is that there is a bad or corroded wire connection under the engine if the relay isn't failing. Starter remains on. Either you release your key or you stop pressing the button once the car is started. The circuit is expected to close at this point, and operations should resume normally. The starter motor loses all power as a result of this closed circuit. Nevertheless, the starter relay may remain stuck closed if its primary contacts weld together. The starter will continue to turn on even when the engine is running, so you will know that this is happening. There should be a whining noise, which will alert you to when this is happening. Other parts will sustain additional damage if the starter relay is left stuck on. This issue could damage the circuit, starter, and transmission flywheel in addition to the relay. Clicking sounds. Clicking sounds may indicate a low amperage car battery, but they can also indicate a malfunctioning starter relay. This occurs when the relay is unable to transmit the entire signal. The relay typically functions as an all-or-nothing system. Either all of the electrical current will be sent, or nothing at all. However, it's possible that only a portion of the signal is sent if the starter relay sustains damage. This is the reason why trying to turn the key causes a clicking sound. How to diagnose. A multimeter is the simplest tool to use to determine whether a starter relay is operational. To determine which pin will supply power to the starter motor, you must first obtain a wiring diagram. Once the ignition switch is in the start position, measure the voltage on that pin. Replacement cost. The typical expense of replacing a starter relay ranges from $50 to $75 contingent upon the type of vehicle and labor charges. The parts for the starter relay should only cost you about $20 and labor will run you between $30 and $55. It is an easy task that doesn't require any specialized tools to replace a starter relay. You may want to replace the starter relay yourself if you are handy in order to save some money. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.